welcome back. Sorry about the quality of the video last night. I realized it wasn't all that good, but my first video, so we're gonna give this a second shot. So, welcome back to Western Wild Survival on Sean Ward Gaming with me. So, now if you remember last night, we left off with planting this grass. So, let's go ahead, we'll try to get that finished. And then we can go on to, we'll go ahead and we'll go with wheat in our other field. And hopefully by the time that is ready to harvest, we will have a harvester. So for right now, we're just going to go ahead, get this planted, fertilized a second time. And then we'll go ahead and we will mow this. And then we will make some bales, get those sold for some money. And see if we can get back in the positive, since we are now $695 negative because of the bank loan that we start with at $200,000. So I'll bring you back in when we've got the grass planted. Alrighty folks, I am still here, but since we're a little over halfway done with this field, I'm gonna go ahead and take a second to talk to you folks while I refill my seeder here. Now, I will go through the mod list to show you all of these as soon as I get the fields planted down and growing, since once they're planted we can't do much at that moment. So I apologize that I didn't get to them yesterday, but I will be getting to them here shortly, so you can see what equipment I am using. Some from the mod hub, some from third-party sites. I will look for the names of those sites and try to post links in the description. So I will bring you back in when this field is planted and when we're about ready to start the second one. Alrighty folks, we're back. Sorry about the long wait, but it's what happens when you use small old equipment. That's why it's survival and not easy living. Once I got the wheat field planted, then go ahead and do something that I realized I did not get done last night, and give you a tour of the map. I'm sure most of you know what is on the map, but for those of you that don't, I will give you a tour and show you some of the things to see. So before we go into our second field here, we'll go ahead and we'll refill our seeder. We'll take a look at our calendar here. We could go with wheat, barley, or canola. Well, if we look at the prices here, well, canola seems to sell for the best, but we don't get no straw off of it. And I do want the straw for a later project and to get a little bit of extra, so we'll go ahead and we'll plant wheat this go round. Don't worry, later on we will have more fields and we will have more crops than we can think of what to do with. So this one has been cultivated and hasn't been fertilized yet. Ooh, no, it has not. So let's go ahead and we'll drop our cedar. We need to fertilize this field first. It's a lot easier to fertilize when there's nothing in the field. So if we fertilize, then we can plant right away, and then we can fertilize right away again. These are just seed and fertilizer that was left over from when my grandparents owned the farm. I started with them because I knew as soon as I passed 1 month I would be in the negative and wouldn't be able to buy anything. So I started off with 4 pallets of seed and 8 big bags of fertilizer. Alright, so getting some fertilizer on the field, and I will bring you back in when we are ready to plant. Alright folks, sorry to keep you waiting. Now, something I realized is that our grass field wasn't fertilized for a second stage either, and I'm getting off track here. Let me go ahead and fix that. Alright, there we go. So, I'm just going to throw in another quick shortcut while I get that one fertilized, and I will be back in to get things finished. I realize these first couple of videos have been a little dry, but we will be getting into a little bit of action here in just a little bit. So, hang tight. Alrighty folks, getting this one done. We'll get the wheat field planted, and as soon as that is done, I will take you all on a tour of the map, show you where everything is, and a little bit of info about the map. Sorry about that folks, there's a knock on the door, so the dog was starting to go a little crazy, but all taken care of and settled. So I'm going to go ahead now and grab our cedar, and we will change the seed to wheat. And I'll go ahead and start getting it planted, and I will bring you back in when I get it done. Alrighty folks, well, as you can tell, it is now dark. So, as soon as I'm done with this, I'll get everything refilled, parked up, do a quick sleep, and then I will give you the map tour that was promised. So, it won't take me very long, I promise you that. Thought there was a spot I missed back here. Well, if there was, then it won't grow. Oh, nope, there it is. Right there in front of us. Alright, it is good now. So let's go ahead. We'll get this refilled. Hop into our tent real quick. We'll do a sleep, and then I'll bring you along with me while I show you where the points of the map are and a little bit about it. I mean, it's a pretty flat map, but it's a pretty good map. If you were a fan of No Man's Land, you will be a fan of this map. Okay, so we'll go ahead and sleep till 7 o'clock here. Alrighty, we are now awake. Fields are growing pretty good. We'll I'll fertilize that wheat field off screen here after a while. Alright, so we'll go ahead and activate super speed real quick, and we'll come over here to the north central part of the map. Right here then you have your animal dealer, where you can buy your animals over here, and where you can sell product here, i.e. bales right there. You can also sell loose product there. Here you can choose to right here to turn that electrical humming on and off. I never really bothered with it because it doesn't really bother me. Now if you take a chainsaw, cut this sign out, you will remove all power lines from the map. Not really much of a bother, but you do as you will wish. Right here is your wardrobe, where you can change your clothes, obviously. If you come to right here, you open up the shop menu. Right there. It's where all your vehicles, pallets will spawn, is right there. Here's refuel point, your sell or upgrade. Here's where you would park your vehicles if you want to sell or upgrade them. Here you can sell or buy any bulk material. Kind of nice. And if you look in the prices, you can buy it. More expensive, so don't think you're going to buy and then sell again and make a profit. It won't happen. Here's where you can sell your products, such as fabric or bread or flour, anything you make from production facilities or a garden or a greenhouse or whatever, you can sell here. Here would be your wool. You can sell it. It won't make it into anything, but you can still sell it. Here's the dairy, where you can sell your milk. Over here is the buy fertilizer and the buy seed point that I told you about a little while ago. Here's your water fill point. On this map, at your water fill point, it does not cost you money for water. So you can get all the water you want for free. You come over here, you've got your wood chip sell point. And right now it's empty because we haven't been doing that. Actually, we don't fill it up. Here is your sell logs. And I believe that this right here is to sell if you own the sawmill to make into planks and everything. I do not know that for sure because I haven't done it, so do not hold me to that. Now if you come down to the east central part of the map, as you can tell from the map, we're over on the far right side. Go ahead and leave that up for you. Here is obviously your BGA. And I'm pretty sure everyone knows how the BGA works, except that this one right here, you can collect methane to sell and make a profit. Here you can turn this burner on and off. Kind of a neat little feature. No real, nothing that changes anything. Here is where you'll put your product to make it into digestate, methane, and whichever. Here is where you can actually buy it. You buy it for $25,000. Pretty cheap BGA if you ask me. Here's where you get your digestate. And here is where you would put in your slurry. And yes, there is a gold nugget right there, and I will explain those in just a couple minutes. If you come down here, through this gate right here, here's where some stuff can start to get a little interesting. You can buy this production point. That's gold production for 30,000. I am not sure entirely what it is. I know that it makes gold. I don't know what you need to make it, but I will find that out and post that in the next video. And right here is lime production. As far as I know, it needs rocks, possibly water, and then right out of here you would get lime to be able to lime your fields with. The gold production is $30,000 and the lime production is $20,000. So fairly cheap. I mean, the lime production would pay for itself. Pretty sure this is where you would put grass to turn it into or chaff to turn into silage. Now, if you come down to the bottom center part of the map here, where's my road at? Here we are. No, I'm off course. I apologize. I was way off course. I apologize, folks. Alrighty. Here is another sawmill, what they call the Sawmill South. So just the same as any regular sawmill. Over here is where you can get more water. You can fuel up, obviously. Right here is where you can really make some money with the BGA in here. Right here with the BGA, anything you sell into the BGA will give you methane. You can sell this methane down here for a really, really big profit. I will show you the methane prices right now. They are $4.39 per 1,000 liters, and they haven't logged in yet, but on my profile with 2 full loads of sugar beets into the BGA, I was making over $1 million every year on it. Oh, well, that we just crossed under was a fire lookout tower that I told you about in yesterday's video, so we'll go ahead and we'll climb it real quick. Turn the speed down so I can climb up it without falling off. All these fire lookout towers are the same, kind of like on Elm Creek, overlooking the corn maze. There's not much to them, but to get rid of them, you do have to pay money to get rid of them, just like you do to get rid of the stuff on the main farm. Oh, well, we're falling. I hope one of you packed our parachute. There we go. Okay. So you get up here and you can look out. Now, like I said, there wasn't really much of anything here. I mean, they're kind of neat if you don't have anything to do. You're just trying to kill some time, but then I always just go and jump off anyway. Okay, so now then we go out to the left center of the map. And that is where your high prices will be, is right up here. Alright, this is what we'll say on your PDA as your train yard. You can sell logs right here, and if you look at your PDA and you find logs, or, okay, sorry, we're saving, or if you find wood right here at Sawmill North and South, they sell for around $1,024. but if you sell at the train yard, it's $15.20. The price at the train yard will always be higher than the max price on the price fluctuations. Always. Now, if you come here, you will need a grain or a belt system just like this one right here. The reason it is here is because I figure this is a selling point in real life. A selling point like this, I would not have to pay for the equipment to get it off my trailer. So I bought this belt system, put it here, did not charge me the money, but that also means if I sell it later on in the game, I do not get that money. If you're wondering how that happens, I can tell you about that later on. Right here, as far as I know, you would sell all of your grain crops. Your wheat, barley, oats, canola, sorghum, sunflower, soybeans, corn. I'm not sure about all of those. I haven't tested all of those yet. I will, though, and relay that into your future. I know that here you would sell sugar beets, potatoes. In this one, you sell production pallets, as you can tell. There is flour, there is sugar. This is where you sell your production pallets. They do give you the most money here. Here is where you sell your bales or your loose bale product. Your grass, your hay, straw, silage. You can sell it loose as bulk here, but to sell it here, you need to use the belt system and put it over this trigger right here so it drops down onto the train car and it would sell for you. Now also down here, if you want to know how to get some money but you don't really want to technically cheat it in, okay, it is missing here. Or am I looking in the wrong place? No, it is missing. There is supposed to be a gold hut here. I know that one. Okay, no, I apologize again, folks. I really do apologize because I have never used it. It is down here. On this map right here, it will show you where gold nuggets are at. The red pins on the map are gold nuggets. There are 20 of them. As far as I know, each one is worth $50,000. Now, I will go ahead and find one to see if the pin changes to a green. After that, like it says it should right here. And I'm going to go for this one right here in quadrant 4. Because I know where that one's at. I've had it before. I'll do a video later on showing where they all are. But to find this one, you go up here into section 4. You go up on top of the rocks. Once on top of the rocks, you just drop down in. Once you're inside this tunnel here, this cave here, you go down right over here, and it's right there. All you do is hit R to collect. It gives you $50,000. But since we are not doing that, there we go. I just took out that $50,000 that I got for it. You're more than welcome to do it. Me, I do not want to collect them myself on this profile. So now we'll go back down to the gold hut. Alrighty. And we get to the gold hut, and yeah, lo and behold, it is green now, so that way we know that we have collected it. When I buy the farm on plots 25 and 26, there are a nugget on each. I will collect them up and then erase the money just to get them out of there, so that way they're not sitting in our way on anything. Because they can end up being in your way to where you can't build on it, to where you can't do anything on it. So, now, our fields are planted, our fields are fertilized. We do need to weed this one, but right now we do not have the money for a weeder, obviously. We are negative $13.92. Bank's going to end up coming and repoing our equipment here pretty soon. I know I said I was not using any Unreal mods. The only mod I am using that could be considered somewhat Unreal is this trailer right here. It's an auto-load bale trailer. This auto-load bale trailer, which I will show you in the mods here, it will hold 49 centimeter to 120 centimeter bales. This baler does 49 centimeter, which weigh extremely light. We are able to lift them without a problem. This trailer will hold 105 of them. The only reason I use that is because in order to load up all the bales from that grass field at 250 liters of grass per bale, you don't want to be listening to me after I have to do that with a front loader. Now, to look at our mods that I'm using at this point in time, I will go over them as I get further into them. I'm using the Amazon D1. It is a seeder, holds 250 liters of seed, 20 horsepower required, goes at 6 miles per hour at 2.1 meters. Customize colors and the design. All the design is just what's on the lid itself. I am also, at this point, using the Deutz D06 series tractor. Now you can configure this to go with a front weight, 200 kilogram front weight, a cabin, or both. You have an engine set up to go from 52 horsepower to 55 to 62 to 82 and back again. You change your wheels. Your wheel setup, you can go from standard to wheel weights, wides end weights, narrows, rear twins, or standard. You have a passenger seat, yes or no, left, right, or both, or no. I don't know if having the Kubota DLC changes that or not. I do not have it yet on my own profile. You have a roll bar, yes or no. You can have a front loader attachment, yes or no. If you choose yes, it's by Lizard, but then that gives you the D06 front loader, which you can just change the color on. You just have green, 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 and black. Another one that I'm using at this moment in time is the FAR APN baler and auto-load bale trailer. This baler is just a small baler, 15 horsepower required, 1.5 meter pickup, 49 centimeters bales. So really small bales, only holds 250 liters of product. And the auto-load bale trailer at 49 centimeter bales, it holds 105 bales. All you can do is change the colors, main and rim color. And it looks like you pretty much have all the base game colors. Another one I have at this moment in time, active actually, I'm using the IBC and pallet stacks to where if I need to buy some sort of pallets or big bags, I just automatically throw them in and get more at a time. The Husqvarna 266 XP, it's still just a chainsaw. Saving. Okay, like the base game, except it's $420 instead of $1,000. I am using the Lizard NO12 fertilizer. The reason being is because it's cheap. It holds 251 liters of seed, or you can up that to 330. Design is just a cover disc, or both, and attachers. You can put a trailer hitch on the back of it to, I believe you can hook up a trailer with some fertilizer so you never run out. You can change your color. I also, in the old implement pack, I do not remember where I got this one, but I will do my research and have it for you in the next video. This is all old equipment, cheap equipment, but it's small. The plow is $140, but it's 1.2 meters, requires 15 horsepower. The cultivator, which we're still using, 18 horsepower, 2 meters wide. The mower, which we will be using, 2.1 meters wide, 2 horsepower. And the harvester, which you're probably going to see moving in a later episode. It will hold 402,050 liters. And it comes with, bought separately, a 6-meter header. So those are the mods that I have active right now on my profile that I'm using. So as of right now, I'm going to go ahead and call that good, so I don't run you folks tired of listening to my voice and watching these videos. And I will bring you in next time, but by next time I will have that wheat field fertilized, and this one will be ready to go. And I believe I will also have a few of these trees cut, so then that way we can hopefully buy a windrower, because the mower that we have is not very baler friendly when it comes to collecting. So until then, everyone, this is Sean Ward. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will catch you on the flip side.